Hi, my name's Keith Cooper of Northlight Images and I'm looking at printers. Two printers here. Well, actually I'm looking at new printers, non-existent new printers, because I regularly get asked, when are we getting replacements for things? Now, this is the Epson P5300, only just come out. No way is this getting replaced anytime soon. This, and I put the two next to each other so you get an idea comparative size. This is a Canon Pro 300 and I get a steady stream, bit of an uptick just recently, probably because of the new Canon inks, the new larger format printers, as to whether this is going to be replaced anytime soon. Now, up front, I'll say I have no knowledge of printers which are going to be replaced in the next few months. There may well be ones beyond that, but I don't know about it. If I stop talking about printers, you know, well, you might guess that I might be testing something, but I couldn't say even if I was. So, current state of affairs is that this Pro 300 is a 2020 model printer. This is actually the very first one that where Canon persuaded me to start doing YouTube videos. It's an excellent printer and I still use it. Why would I still use it when I've got things like this and the P5000? Well, I printed several Christmas cards on this one. I occasionally print small photos on this one. These are things that you can't do on a big printer like this. So, the idea of which is best, well, yeah, any day long, I'll take this one over this one. Unless, of course, I want to print some Christmas or birthday cards or print small pictures. This is a nice printer and I've got the detailed review and everything of it, but people keep asking me, when's it going to be replaced? Well, as a 2020 printer, the previous model, the Pro 10 or 10S as it became when they added some networking to it, the 10S lasted 7 or 8 years. Now, this has been going for 4 years. So I'm going to suggest that this model, even if something else comes along, this model will continue to be current for several years yet, maybe even a couple of years, I don't know. Similarly goes for the Pro 200. Now, 200 came out at about the same time as this. Another excellent die-based printer. Probably the best overall die-based printer that's currently available, because there aren't that many. Same size as this. As you see, quite big. People kept saying, whoa, this P5300 I've got here is huge. Well, this is no slouch. I can at least lift this one up and move it around. This one takes 2 people. But, so we've got that Pro 200. I don't see that being replaced this year either. Next year, I don't know. Maybe more likely the year after that. I really don't know what's going to be done on that. Where are they going to go? What is likely to be more likely to be replaced? Well, I note that the Epson P700 and P900 are also 2020 models, or at least that's when I looked at them, towards the end of 2020. So if you look at, and I put links to the pages where I keep these, I have some graphs and things that show timelines for Canon printers, timelines for Epson printers, and that can give you a vague idea about what's on its way. And if I look at the lifetime, the P700 and 900 have outlived the previous P800. The P3880 before that and the 3800 both were around quite a while. So I would suggest that a P700, P900 are certainly going to be current for some time. Maybe next year, maybe the year after. I don't see any of these major printers being replaced. And the thing to remember here is these are printers, they're not phones. Just because your phone gets updated every year in an attempt to get you to buy a new one, printers don't work like that. Even cameras have slowed down the rate of change, partly because there is less and less technical change between ones. Now, I mentioned people have been asking about this one, probably that and the Pro 1000. Now, the Pro 1000 I reviewed back in 2016. It uses the same print head and the same inks as the Canon Pro 2000 at the time, then followed by the 2100. Very similar. The Pro 2600, that's a 24-inch version, the bigger ones as well. The Pro 2600 has new inks, I'm hoping to get a look at that relatively soon to actually see what differences there are. But the fact that there's that the same printhead is being used, but new inks are available, so there are a few other changes as well, suggests that a Pro 1000 of all the major printers is the one that the longest lived, and the one that maybe later this year, I don't know, could be replaced. It could be announced in 2 or 3 weeks' time. I don't know. So I'm going to say no immediate change for the Pro 1000, but that's probably the most likely one to change. One other printer to have a look at, the Epson 8550. Now, of printers that I've looked at that most exceeded my initial expectations, the 8550 is clearly the one that impressed me the most at the time for what it did, compared to what I thought I was going to get. Now, I put links in the notes here to review, and there's loads of videos as well about using that, and it's a very good printer. But just in terms of its age, I'm seeing, once again, not imminent, but I would see more likely a refresh of something like the 8550. But I don't have a background of being able to look at the timeline and say, well, its predecessor lasted for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, because the ink tank printers are an area that is still evolving. Will we see an 8550 with pigment inks in it? Well, I don't know. I would say it would sell exceedingly well. Would we see something with just dye inks? I don't know. The Canon ink tank printers, they're bringing out quite a few. I've seen nothing at a medium level yet. They're all relatively low-end printers. And of course, for me, the big problem is that this Canon here, I've got profiles for, I've created profiles, I can create profiles for it, the color management works. The G550, 650, which I looked at, which might be perfectly good printers, unfortunately I use Macs, so the colour management is pretty well broken on those. Now that means that yes, I found some workarounds for it, but they're not something I would recommend to people purely as a Mac user, because Canon broke colour management. Now, I really hope that they fix that when they bring out newer versions of these printers, because the printers themselves are so much better. With colour management, they can be really good. So, there you have an overview of printers, and it's reminded me how big the Pro 300 is. 200 is the same size as this. The Pro 1000, by the way, also one I can't lift on my own, is sort of intermediate in size between this and this, because that's a 17-inch printer. Now, the printer that people, the high-end printer that people are really going to be waiting for is that replacement for the Pro 1000. Pro 1000 is great, it works well, has a few foibles, but people go, yeah, it's getting on a bit. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean, as I mentioned, but yeah, because turnaround in printers is not that quick. I'm going to think that the Pro 1000 is going to be nearer this size than this size. Probably a bit, it'll look, if I stood them next to each other, it would probably be intermediate between these. But I don't know. I look forward to trying it when it does appear. So there you have it. That's about all I know about printers at the moment. Any good printer these days is capable of making great prints. I can make great prints on this, the 200. Any of the modern printers I've looked at, I can make good prints of. So if you can't make good prints, remember, it's probably not the printer's fault. It's yours or my fault that we can't do it. So if you've got any questions, let me know. I will, at the moment I hear anything about these that I can pass on, I obviously will. So, thanks for watching, and hope that was of some interest. Thank you.